What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome into Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Um, it's Sunday evening, okay? And I usually, to be honest with you, I usually sit down and I do my readings mostly in the morning is when I'm waking up from sleep. I channel very, very clearly. Either it was through a dream in the night or just I wake up knowing, you know, getting an idea of what the collective is needing to hear by some kind of channeled scenario. It usually comes in the morning. This one's coming to me later in the day. Now, I feel like it's interesting because I don't drink very often. I used to. I used to be, I used to like to party and all the good things, but and I'm not throwing shade to people who do, like, the weekend, living for the weekend. I used to kind of be like that a while back, but I haven't had that feeling of being like overly drunk or intoxicated in quite some time, nor have I been super hungover. I'm telling you all of this not so, oh, yay for me, It's because I'm feeling hungover, okay? I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling groggy. I'm picking up on somebody's energy who has been on a bender, okay? This is someone who is, definitely out of balance, definitely out of whack. Their energy is friggin' messed up, okay? This person has been drinking for days, okay? Or doing something. I don't know if it's drugging, maybe, but like drinking for days for sure. Trying to forget about you. And you using, I have to say that this is like, they're using alcohol or maybe drugs as a way to cope with pain, as a way to self-medicate, okay? I'm saying that because I'm feeling deep depression, okay? Now, I'm hoping to exercise this demon because, like when you drink too much, you're literally, they call alcohol spirits for a reason. You're literally giving access to your energy to these entities, okay, that want to live out their best life, their best fantasies through you and your body, okay? That's why people who overindulge, they tend to black out and do stupid shit, okay? Whatever, regardless of what you believe in, that is what's happening, okay? You are allowing another lower vibrational entity to use your body as a vessel, and you give them access via intoxicating yourself, getting yourself drunk and messed up, okay? Drugs too. Now, the reason why I'm talking about all of this, again, not to make anybody feel even worse if you're already in a shame spiral from over drinking, okay? That's not what it is. This person here is in that shame spiral right now, okay? They've been on a bender this whole entire weekend, okay? Now, I sat down here to pull out, and I used this, what is this deck called? Dark Confessions Oracle cards, because I felt like, okay, this is dark energy. And we need to exercise this demon. I need to get it out. So I shuffled that. I should have put it on camera, but I didn't. But this is what we got. Okay. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. So I feel like this is why I'm picking up on their energy now, because where I am in the world, the west coast of Vancouver Island in Canada, it is starting to get dark. It's getting dark early because, we're in the second half of the fall headed towards the winter, right? So it's starting to get dark, and this person doesn't like when it's dark because at night, when the world is asleep, their mind is awake and they cannot escape themselves. They can't escape you. Now listen, okay, we have more to explain this energy, okay? So please bear with me. I'm distracting myself to avoid thinking of you, okay? And they're doing so with alcohol and drugs, okay? Or one or the other. I don't know. Alcohol for sure. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost, okay? Now, some of you, I just heard that you may have received a drunk text or a drunk phone call, like a drunk dial from this individual over the weekend, okay? Some of you may have already heard from this person. They are still drinking. They have been still drinking. They've drunken themselves into, like, I don't know. They are not sober, okay? And even still, right now at this time of very late on a Sunday, okay? Maybe they got work in the morning. Maybe they're going to blow off work. I don't know, okay? This person's on a bender, okay? I'm embarrassed by my actions and I feel disgusted with myself, okay? That is not going away. They are embarrassed, even if, especially if they have actually sent you some kind of drunk message, whether they even realize or not. That is going to embarrass them even further, okay? But they are embarrassed by their actions, okay? They feel disgusted with themselves because of the way that they've treated you, and I'll say that, and probably because of their lack of self-control and their tendency to self-sabotage and use substances as a coping mechanism. Okay, this person is in devil energy, I'll tell you that much. And I'm not, listen, you know, people use substances. There's always a root, there's always a problem. They use that to escape their troubles, okay, to self-medicate and to cope. Usually people who are in the throes of addiction have experienced the most heavy traumas that, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I'm not here throwing shade at them. I'm just saying what this person's going through it. And they are wasted. Okay. They're wasted. Like, I feel like they drank themselves silly. They have the hangover. They're still wasted. They're still drinking. They have not had a sober minute, in a minute. But they're also saying, look, I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you either. Okay. They knew they were losing you. They knew there were going to be consequences. And they knew that they didn't take the necessary steps to, you know, maybe they needed to get help. Maybe you said get to rehab or something like that. Clean it up, man. Like, take care of your business, take care of shit, you know. And they're basically saying here, you know, I cannot give you what you want or deserve. I'm sorry. This is a pity party they're having, okay? Instead of doing any kind of work to better themselves, to face the demons, to, you know, they know what they should do. This person needs to go to rehab or needs some kind of medical treatment. Because it's kind of binge. It's not just a binge. Like, I just feel like they're on a binge, okay? On a bender. They're binging, okay? Anyway, I don't know why this energy is coming up for y'all, but I don't even know who needs to hear this message. If you are dealing with an alcoholic, especially, I am sorry for you. I know what that feels like. It's really difficult to love somebody who is heavily addicted to something, you know. It's hard, and it's yeah, I just wouldn't wish it upon my my worst enemy here, friends. But I'm sending you all the love. I don't even know if anyone's gonna stay tuned this far. Okay, no, look at that. This is somebody. Look, this is a stack. I haven't even asked a question. I barely even got to shuffling, and you saw that. One move, and this stack fell out. You have done your level best here to move away from this person, this situation, because you knew it was a dumpster fire. You knew it was a train wreck, okay? When we love somebody who has substance issues, we don't want to enable them. We don't want to help them, but sometimes we do help them out because we love them, and then they take advantage of us, or they screw us over, or they steal from us, or, you know, you just get fed up with their bullshit, and you learn your lesson, and you, at some point or another, you realize that you helping them isn't really helping. You caring for them is mostly just enabling them to continue with their bullshit, usually, okay? Instead of getting the help that you know that they need. Now, you have moved away from this. I feel like it's been a long time since you dealt with this person. It was heartbreaking. It always is. It always is. It's heartbreaking, okay? But you've learned your lessons, right? And you are looking for a peaceful existence. You're looking for a peaceful life, okay? Moving away, moving on, moving towards a future. Oh, fuck. For some of you, this is somebody you really felt close to. This was a soulmate, a partner, somebody that, you know, unfortunately, like I said, you could have been in this energy before at one point in time in your life as well. Maybe you already healed from your issue or your addiction, or maybe, you know, because I have to say that when we have the Two of Cups, you know, Two of Cups is like meets like energy. It doesn't mean that you were this level of an alcoholic or addicted to something, you know, but the two of you shared a very similar vibration, okay? Maybe it went like, Y'all maybe have had very similar experiences, trauma bonded, you know, issues, past issues, okay, family issues or whatever, attachment style, love issues, whatever, okay. Y'all may have had some similar upbringing, okay, come from the same area, something like that. And you bonded over that, but you went a different way. You leaned more into your spirituality, and they leaned more into that escapism. I'm seeing temperance and the devil. So I feel like you went and turned your pain into something powerful, and this person went down the wrong path. You know, they went down a darker path, okay? And it's devastating because of the love that you feel for this person, okay? Now, you know, they are thinking about you, okay? This is the whole point of this reading. They're overindulging. They're drinking, okay? They're drinking, heavily drinking, partying with the Three of Cups out here, doing anything they can to get themselves to stop thinking about you and doing the right thing, okay? It's not working, okay? It's not working. Their escapism isn't working. They are still up at night, trapped in their head, thinking about what they've done, you know, thinking about their actions, thinking about their inactions. They are disgusted with themselves. This is somebody who is full on depressed, okay, over what they did, what they've done. They feel ashamed. There's so much shame here. So much shame. Here we are, the High Priestess. They can still feel you. You can still feel them. It's really interesting. I feel like you know that they're on a bender, or you know, you can maybe pick up on their energy with the High Priestess here. You may have tried to block out their energy because it's just too much. Like you feel like, I can't really explain it. I was feeling like hungover, but like wobbly. I don't know. It wasn't coming from me. It's coming from this person. And I'm like, at this time of day, like, I don't know. I had to sit down. Anyways, loves, you might be picking up on their depression, their anxiety. Again, you may know that this is happening. You may know that they're locked in this vibe right now because of they may have drunk texted you. Okay. All right. Now this, again, very much channeled. None of this. I haven't even asked a single question yet, friends. I haven't even called in spirit. I'm going to do that now. And I want to know what pushed this person over the edge. That's going to be my first question. So this late in the day, if you do feel called to offer any energy exchange as far as liking the reading, please take a moment to do that now while I call in spirit. And maybe even say a little prayer for this person, okay? I'll call in on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance here as I channel this message. I really just ask for, I don't know, I'm hearing forgiveness. I ask for forgiveness. This person wants your forgiveness. I'm trying to call in spirit, but this person is desperate for your forgiveness, even though they still feel very highly unworthy and miserable and lost. Like it is such a low vibration that I'm sitting in, y'all. I don't want to be here anymore, but I do want to. Okay, Spirit, please help this person. Please help our collective. And that's how I'm going to call you in. Please help this situation, Spirit. Could you please tell me, Spirit, what pushed this person over the edge? What pushed this person over the edge, okay? I don't feel like they've been stuck in this energy. Like, what pushed this person over the edge? Like, why is this coming up so strongly right now? See, now, I feel like this person was not, like, I feel like this is just kind of coming on strong right now. I feel like they weren't really, they were successful in distracting themselves from thinking about you in this situation for a very long time. Okay? By partying, whatever, but it's all catching up to them. Okay? So I'm trying to figure out what pushed them over the edge to finally sit in their feelings. Okay? It's almost like the distraction ran out, okay? Okay, it ran out. So let's find out. It's gonna get a whole stack here. Yeah, sevens are spiritual challenges. Jeez, okay. Chariot, why now? Listen, they've been watching you. Again, they try not to because they're trying to distract themselves from you, but there's something here. Either they watched you, or they saw you, or they see you. I don't know if this is real or if it's not. Okay, only you know. But in their minds, you've received some kind of solid offer and you've moved on from them. Okay. You've successfully moved on. I've got two energies right here that say, like, you don't even look at this person anymore. You don't try to contact them anymore. You've blocked them out of your life. You've moved so far away from them. You don't think about them. Either they have seen you out with someone and jumped to their own conclusion that is your new beau, that's your new boo. Like, you're out. You've long left them in the past. You know, the ship has sailed. Like, you're gone. You are so far gone. It's either that either that's true, or it's some kind of paranoia that's creeping in for them. Okay, because remember, they're under the influence, right? And it just feels like they may have seen a picture, or they may have heard from someone else, or they could have seen you with their own two eyes, even if their eyes were clouded by the drink. They were drunk. You were brought up. You, in some way, you and where you are, your glow up journey, you're successfully moving away from this person. You're in very good energy right now yourself. Okay, you are listening to your guides. You are on a very spiritual path right now. You're not indulging with them. Like, I feel like you've done as much as you can with this person. You tried your best, and you had to wash your hands of it to preserve your own sanity at some point in time. Okay. Now, I just asked what pushed this person over the edge, and it is finally them feeling the feelings that you are not even considering. I feel like at one point in time you've been like, okay, you go to rehab and then we'll talk, or you go ahead and fix yourself up, and, you know, I still love you. I want to see the best for you. I want you to come out from the other side of this. This person dragged ass so long and distracted themselves so long and got so low and did not make any moves in a positive direction. It's been so long that you've just moved on without them. You've just written them off. Like, they're never going to get help. You know, this person is never going to get help. Why would, you know, you healed from the situation, and it was hard to do. Again, I want to give you all of the flowers that you deserve, because this is not easy. And I am speaking from experience. Okay. You never really get over this kind of thing, okay? It is fucking devastating to the people who love folks who are in active addiction, okay? They are now, it's like they feel like the reason why they're being haunted right now is because they feel like they're never going to get access to you again, okay? You're gone for good, all right? And so now this is the binge. This is like this has pushed them over the edge. They're going a little bit too far, farther than usual. Okay. And that's what I'm picking up on, is like, this is not good. This is going to be some kind of breakthrough moment, or it's going to be their rock bottom. Whether or not this person digs themselves back up out of this hole, I don't know. But this is where they are. This person's at rock bottom right now. Okay. And you are the only thing that they're focused on. Okay. And I'm not saying this because I feel like you should do anything about it. I don't think you should do anything about it. This is for them. Okay, this is for this person. But Spirit obviously wants you to know that this is happening. Okay, it's either going to help or it's not. And I mean, this person. Okay, I'm not making those kind of predictions here on YouTube. What are they realizing in this rock bottom moment? Okay, what are they realizing on this rock bottom moment? This is a serious reading, and it's not for everyone, okay? We have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, okay? We need more information. Six of Cups, Four of Swords in the World. This is what they're realizing right now. We have the Seven of, 777. Actually, we got 4 sevens because the Chariot's a 7 too. We have 7, 7, 7, 7. Damn. Like I said, 7s are spiritual challenges. The Chariot represents you overcoming the challenge. Okay, that's the major arcana. But look, what they're realizing right now, in these quiet moments, in this rock bottom, when they're sitting here by themselves, strung out, whatever, hungover, wasted, bottles everywhere, shame, sitting in shame, that you were only ever trying to help them. You were only ever trying to love this person. You may have known this person for a very long time. At one point in time, there was a deep love soul connection with this individual. And so I feel like it's been a long, tough road for whoever's reading this is, okay? And now this person is sitting here. It's like Spirit is showing them that all you ever tried to do was help them out. All you ever tried to do is try to get them to heal, to become whole, to graduate, to get themselves to evolve, to get themselves out of the situation. I feel like they were reckless, not only with you, but with themselves, right? Obviously self-sabotaging left and right, center. The Seven of Wands shows me that this is you trying to, I feel like you were very protective of this person. Like you really tried. I tried so hard. But you had to come to this conclusion. Listen, like you can only do so much, right? Like you can't force other people to change, other people to fix their issues. Love don't do it. Love doesn't cut it, right? As much as we want it to, it just doesn't cut it. So this is what this person's realizing. Okay, so this is like with a soul. This is what's hurting them the most right now, and this is this is the truth that basically is haunting them. Is like they now understand that you were only ever trying to help them, and that you were only ever trying to love them, and you were only ever you were the only one that ever did, really. I feel like you were the only one that was like by their side, that stood by them during the hardest times when everybody else abandoned them. You were always there. You were always there until you weren't, and now you're not, right? And so instead of, like, this is embarrassing for them and they do feel very disgusted with themselves. Like I said, this is somebody who feels a lot of shame, okay? They knew they were losing you. They knew they were losing everybody, but they knew they were losing you, and you were the only person who was really there for them. And they did nothing to fight for you, okay? they were in that energy of, oh, woe is me. I can't change. I don't want to change. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve nothing. Eeyore energy. I'm just going to sit here and drink myself stupid, It's easier. It's easier than actually staying and fighting and healing. Healing is not easy. You do have to face some hard shit, but that's part of being an adult or growing up. Like, we all have shit we all got to deal with. We got to face it. We got to heal it. They were choosing to go the low road, okay? Whatever. And this is making them want to, I have to say, it's not a bad thing. It's making them want to stand up and fight. Okay, it is making them want to stand up and fight. Okay, not just for the connection or reaching out to you. Like, yeah, they want. Listen, if they didn't already drunk text you or drunk dial you, like, I'd be surprised. Okay, like, this person definitely loves you in their own way as much as they can love anyone. They don't even love themselves right now. Okay, I'm just saying. It is like I'm surprised if anyone's still even in this energy with me, because it is low. It is low. It's down. It's a down energy. But I do need to know, this rock bottom. Obviously, this is the fallout, right? I feel like there's consequences for what they've done, and I feel like they're facing the consequences. And like I said here, I feel like this has the potential to turn around with this person, but I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know just yet. So, geez. I know somebody's going to be like, Alicia, it's too depressing. It's too depressing. Well, it is what it is. This is somebody that you know, okay? Someone you love. If it's not, do not try to force this reading, please. My God. I wish I could give you good news on it. I might be able to. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Like, yeah, you don't want to hear it. You almost don't want to hear it. You don't want to know. You've almost, I don't want to say that you've been ignoring it or trying to move past it, but you have. You've really moved on, because you knew that this day would come. That's the thing, is you knew that there would be some kind of consequences right now. I feel like for a long time this person hid the scope of their addiction. They were able to hide it, but not now. And I feel like you got away, like you dodged a bullet in this situation. I feel like this person may have just recently lost their job. They've definitely lost friends. They don't have any respect for themselves or anyone. Like, their health is slipping, you know. You can't just continue this kind of stuff. Yeah, they're under judgment right now. They are under judgment. Okay, listen, I really don't want to sit in this energy for much longer. I had to pause it for a second. They are under spiritual judgment, divine judgment right now. They are going to be making a choice. Okay, this is the issue right now. Like I said, they're experiencing the rock bottom. This is the fallout. Okay, the spirit's not going to be letting them escape accountability anymore, right? This is it. So, you know, again, you can let me know in the comments if you've already heard from this person, a drunk text, or maybe they started liking photos, like old photos, whatever. They've been obsessing. They've been thinking about you. I just need to know whether or not, you know, I want to know, are they going to learn a lesson from this, or are they just going to pour themselves another drink? If they're going to learn, then maybe I'll extend it. If not, because I can't continue. If the answer is no, then I'm going to end the reading here, and I'm just going to say I'm sorry. Maybe Spirit just wanted you to know this because it's happening, and you should know. Don't be surprised if you get a phone call. All right. Is this person actually going to learn anything from this moment, from this rock bottom moment? This is their chance. Are they actually going to make some changes? Are they going to learn from this time? Or are they just going to pour themselves another drink? Please tell me, Spirit, for our collective. Well, yeah, it's a decision that they're in the process of making right now. They can either sober up, get their life together. Let's see what this is. Oh, thank God. I was almost scared to see. I was almost scared to see y'all. Temperance. Thank God. And I'm really feeling that. Okay, we have the King of Swords under the deck, and then also we have the Eight of Cups. This has been hard, okay? Thank God. Okay, look, Temperance is here. That's healing. Remember at the beginning, or I was saying they had a choice, or you may have went through something similar, or you've been through your own share of bullshit, and you could have already gone through a recovery program for all I know. Like, you could have. And you had to keep your distance from this person, otherwise they end up dragging you back to hell, is what I'm hearing, okay? For that, and that's specific for not everyone, all right? But for those of you who it's for, like, you understand what I'm talking about. To see Temperance coming out, their decision they need to make. This is what they're at, this breaking point now. They're at this rock bottom, and I couldn't be happier to see Temperance here, because this is the way that you went. You went the way of healing, okay? Turning your pain into power, facing it, alchemizing it, healing, coming to balance, right? Coming into balance. That is Temperance energy, okay? It's going to require a lot of strength of will, okay, and the mind. And this is the most logical thing for them to do, is walk away from the drink, okay? Walk away from the drink. Sometimes when you can look at the cups, cups is cups. It's drinking. You know, if you're talking about drinking, that's the drink right there. Walking away from the drink. So I do see, I wouldn't be surprised even if you got a phone call that you may have received some drunk texts. Yes, maybe drunk dialing, but you may have, you may soon be hearing from this person. It may be a strung out text over to a hungover text or something now, or a phone call that says, "Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to actually take the steps. I'm ready to work the steps. I'm ready to commit to my healing, to my rehabilitation, to fixing my shit." Okay. This has been a heavy reading. This has been a heavy reading. And this might not be the first time. And see, that's the thing, right? With people like this, with addictions, this could have happened once before. Listen, I am going to extend it, okay? But again, I'm doing it privately. That's what the extended readings are private, okay? Because it's a smaller pool of energy, and I'm going to see whether or not this attempt at recovery or attempt to get their shit together and straighten up and heal is going to be, if it's going to stick. Okay. If it's going to stick. So I'm just going to stop it here for YouTube. This is like, you should know kind of a reading. This is happening. It's coming in through Strong for a Collective. Again, it's not for everyone. Okay. It is not for everyone. I'm sending you lots of love. If you're interested to dive a little bit deeper, I'm going to try to see what will happen from here so that you are best prepared whether or not you are going to engage with them again. Some of you are going to just say straight up, hell no, they've had their chance, I'm done. Some of you are really out the door. Others of you may be there if they're serious, okay, if they're serious this time. So for those of you who are serious about it, we can go over there, okay? The link will be in the bottom, pinned to the top of the comments underneath here. I'm sending you lots of love. I do appreciate anyone's energy exchange. If you don't feel like joining us over there, that's all good. Thank you very much for just joining us and for spending part of your day with me. It really means the world to me. Like, I freaking love you. Thanks for allowing me to do this kind of work, and this is my love. This is my passion. I love helping people. And even if it's just validating you and during a hard reading like this, that's what I'm here to do. Sometimes it can be cathartic to hear this. You're not the only one who's gone through something like this. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's not easy. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love. I'll see you. I'll try to, we'll see what comes out next. Okay. All right. I love you. I'm just going to go. Bye. Hey loves, welcome to the extended. Thank you very much for your energy exchange. I know the first part of this reading was really heavy and really difficult. I'll be surprised if I meet anyone here. Okay, I really will be. But if you are here, oh my God, you're getting extra hugs, extra love from me, okay? Damn, this is not easy, but you know what? We're going to try to shed some light on their road to recovery, okay? Now, my very first question here, we're just going to jump right in, and I want to know if this person's choice to seek help will actually last, or it is another cycle. We did get the Temperance, and that is good. We want that. But again, I feel like this person's already been here before, or at least has told you that they've been here before. We need to know the details. I need to let Spirit please show us. I want to find out what real healing actually looks like for them, okay? And how should you approach a situation now? Should you even get involved, right? And we're going to take a look also down the line, just because I forgot to mention all this stuff at the end of the YouTube reading. What the future holds, okay? Once the fog lifts, like, is there a chance for love? Is there a chance to rebuild on sober ground with this individual? All right, so that's going to be the focus of this extended. Please forgive me because I forgot to talk about that at the end. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the beginning here. Will this person's choice, to seek help actually last, or is it another cycle? Let's get the details, please, Spirit. Let's go. Okay, 7 of Wands. Okay. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Oh yeah, they're going to be put through it. I'll tell you that much. A lot keeps... Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, we have the Five of Cups. It's not going to be easy. I will tell you that much, okay? Right away here, I'm going to tune in. Oh, wow. Okay. What's at the bottom here? The Knight of Wands. It is going to be a process, of course, the long road to recovery, my friends. Nine of Pentacles. In a nutshell, I do feel like this person's they are gonna break the cycle, but there's a lot more to it. Okay, there's a lot more to it. I need to tune into this. Okay.